Well, what if episode 6? What if Killmonger met Tony Stark? Guys, what you think?
I didn't like that episode.
This was my favorite episode. I was fully engaged. Like, everything about it was exactly what I would want. There was tension. It was consequential. I hated the ending, though. I don't like things being left off of a cliffhanger for whatever. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But it was tense. It was strategic. It was emotional. It made sense in the sense that people are way too trusting, which, you know, I also can believe to a certain extent. And, like, I love the fact that the character remained who he was, but was just being able to go about his process in a different way. It was wonderful.
That's
wonderful.
True. That's true. JP?
I hate it.
Thumbs down from you, JP.
I mean, it was good. It was really good.
No, but it was good. You hated it.
But I hate it.
Why did you hate it?
Because for silly reasons, like they killed Tony Stark, but
he's died about really 3 or 4. He's died 3 or 4 times. So.
I hate it that he keeps dying, but it's a good story. I just hate it because I like Tony Stark and they keep killing him.
Well, he was a zombie last week and he was eating people, so this was an improvement from that.
That's true. That's true. I agree with Giff. You know, that was a really good story. That was a full-on what if. And
yes.
And he was, you know, finally able to do what he set out to do. Get revenge. Yep. And when just when the episode ended, we're like, that's it.
Like, that was the part that killed me. I don't like that part. Like, don't give me. Show me the rest. Yeah. Finish it out. All right.
Yeah.
Finish it out, or leave it on the dark note. But don't give me both.
That's what you get for 30 minutes. You know, that's all you get.
Yeah, it was great because Killmonger is a great character. He's definitely one of my favorite baddies, and all the reasons he's one of my favorite baddies in all Marvel was on show right here. Right, he's deeply driven. He's highly skilled. He's very intelligent, and you got to kind of agree with him on a lot of his motivations. It was great to see that character back and doing his thing. And the fact that they stayed with him, you know, last week we talked about how the zombie episode flicked between the Hulk to Spider-Man to Hope Van Dyne, you know, and then this one just stayed right there with Killmonger the whole time. And you just got to see, I think, why he's one of the best Marvel baddies there is.
100%. Like it's one thing because it made me hope that they definitely, because a lot of people, you know, have been wanting to try and bring Killmonger back as new Black Panther to replace Chadwick, because, you know, they don't want to replace T'Challa, quote, quote, but bring back a Killmonger as that. And I've always been I've been a big advocate of that not happening because Killmonger's a psychopath. And it's even makes it so good because his motivations make sense, but his reasoning is not accurate. And it's the scope of what he tries to do is actually just very single-minded world destruction, not liberation. And so it's something that I've always wanted to have kind of deaded, but I'm like the fact that they presented it this way where he does get that Black Panther mantle, and he does it through these means where people trust him, and then he betrays them, and then people trust him again, and then he betrays because he's so smart, so strategic, so charming, and is able to just do the work. And I'm just like, I loved it. I love to see through, you know. I love it.
Yep.
I mean, sorry, right at the beginning, I just had to say, like, that vulnerability point whenever he's like, yeah, Obadiah Stone did it. Like, the thing that took us a whole movie before It was like Obadiah. He did it right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Took him out.
Yeah, he seized his opportunity though. That it was all part of a plan to try to work his way into the Stark machinery, and through Tony, getting to know Tony, getting to like Tony, Tony to like him, and to slowly, I don't know whether he had the whole plan out, but he kind of was using that from that time when he dobbed in Obadiah. From that point on, he was just working towards that goal. As you said, just fooling people, nearly everybody, because it was, during the first half of the show, you're hearing Pepper Potts becoming the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he gets across to Wakanda, it's Cherie who's asking all the right questions consistently.
Right. Yes.
And that's why that at the end was...
Cherie is one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe anyway. So it makes sense.
And she's only a little girl in this one. She's only what? She looked like she was 12?
Which is weird because, in the previous one, in the, show itself, in the movie itself, let's say, I know she's got a young face, but let's say she's age 17, 18, 19, at least within that aspect of the movie itself. So here, whenever they had her so small, I'm not going to lie, it threw me out for a second. But then whenever they got Angela Bassett's T'Challa's mother being the general for the Dora Milaje, I was like, I don't even care what's happening because this is dope. Like, this is everything to me.
She was great. And I love seeing, I can never say, is it Claw? Andy
Serkis's character? Claw.
Because he just plays with it with such relish, with that deep South African accent. And since Australia just beat South Africa in the rugby the other night, it was really great to hear that accent again. And you're thinking because his role was quite big for a while, and I thought, he's going to go all the way here with and
with Killmonger.
With Killmonger and that.
He got betrayed again.
He got killed for exactly the universe that is. I think the death of Claw is always a fixed point, just like Doctor Strange's point. It's a fixed point. He must get killed by Killmonger, whatever happens. So that was great. That was great to see that character again. That's what's good about these what ifs is you get to, like Claw and like Doctor Strange's missus, who you kind of forget about in the broad scheme of things of the Marvel Universe. You get to revisit them and see them again.
Yes.
And there's nothing better than, I think, revisiting Killmonger. And getting back to your point, Gift, about bringing Killmonger back, you're dead right on that. And this episode reinforced why Killmonger cannot come back and be the Black Panther, because he was just so single-minded and purpose. It would water down everything we know about him and compromise everything we know to such a degree if he came back and changed his ways, because that's what made him great. It was just his uncompromising nature.
Exactly.
That like horse with the blinders. He
right.
Like that.
It on top of that, like it was. I will say this though, in terms of all the single-mindedness, the one part that I actually was surprised that did not happen was that he did not murder T'Chaka, because T'Chaka was the one who killed his father.
Yes.
So I was surprised, even when T'Chaka was talking about the betrayal that, Killmonger's father, his brother, had done, that T'Challa never followed through with being like, well, once I got into Wakanda, now I want to search the throne, and you get the power of the Black Panther. Now let me get the throne, avenge my father, because he said, he was like, it's what was it? Well, he said justice or whatever it is for it. I know Tony said that too.
Yeah.
I have a feeling if given enough time for that, maybe he just wanted the power of the Black Panther first. I guess because of the time limitations of an episode, we didn't get to see that. But I think he was leading up to that. He's gonna overthrow.
Yeah.
He's gonna burn everything down. That's
it's on his to-do list. I reckon he's on his to-do list.
His real motivation was to attack all the nations of the world. Remember, the motivation from the movie was to liberate, basically people of color, black people specifically, but also kill the black people that don't want to follow in his steps, hence negating everything that he just said and turning him into exactly what he is proverbially trying to destroy, which is the amazingness of Killmonger, like where there is moral, the like you said, it would ruin and water down the moral questionability that we love so much with him.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Die. Oh, die.